We're going to start off with this one, this bottom section. I've taken it out of the clip and it's down here. This is the one we're going to be doing the indentation. So these are the ones where our rollers are going to be flipped up. Now I want to try to use everything as much as possible with my large red rollers. If I run out by the time I get to the top, I'm going to switch to a different color the next size up. So here I am, and I'm going to want to start this one on the bottom. I think that if I take this section approximately in half, that should, yep, that's about the right width for my roller. So I'm good. I'm just going to separate this section in half. And here's my first row of rollers. Now I'm just going to take the red ones. Remember, we want them about the same width as the roller and the same length. So remember, nice clean sections in here. You don't want to lift the tail comb from the scalp when you're coming in there. You're just simply going down. That's about the right size base. And for the indentation, these ones can be held at a low volume. And your roller is going to go on the top. Because what we're going to do is we're going to roll up. Again, watch your tension. And then I'm going to put that in there. Now, did I miss a piece? I did miss a little hair. You know what? If that's the same that's happened to you, not a big deal. Take the time it takes to unroll that roller and put that hair back in. And then the same thing, all the clipping for all the rollers is one pin right at the center base. Okay? Then we're just going to move over and move beside. And we'll work with the other one. Let's see, this particular section might be a little bit long. You can see I have some extra hair over here that isn't going to fit into another full roller. That's what these half rollers are going to be used for in the end. Okay, so I want to still make sure my next roller is the same length. If it's too wide, the hair is just going to fall off the roller. And comb it nice and smooth right up from the roots down to the bottom. Put your roller there and roll this one straight up. Again, same thing, one pin right at the center of the base. You may have to move this over just a bit to try to get in there to where that pin should go, but then it will hide itself right inside the other roller. Then we're moving over to our last section, and you'll see that this is just, whoops. If at any point you drop your comb during an actual client service, you need to take this comb, sanitize it, get a brand new one. It's going to take too long to sanitize this comb for your client. They'd have to wait about 10 minutes for the full sanitation. So put this one away and sanitize it, get them a new one. And our last roller here. So remember, these ones are going to have that flip up on the bottom. Now I'm into my last roller. It doesn't matter if I clip it on one side or the other. I'm just going to put this one on the other side. It'll keep it out of the way. So that's my first row. I'm going to repeat that exact same step with this second row up here. Back into this same section here of indentation. I want this section to be as wide as my roller. You can see that this section is actually a little bit thin, and I could make it fatter. At this point, I'm going to adjust my sections just slightly, and I'm going to take a little bit of hair out of this top section and put it into the bottom one so that I have the proper amount of hair in there. It's not going to take much. I'm again sliding that comb all along the scalp. I'd never lifted the tail comb from the scalp until I had gotten to the end of my part. I'll clip this section out, which remember, for future use, we're going to be doing this one half off base. But right now, we're just doing the indentation. What you do not want to have happen here is you do not want your rollers to line up exactly over top of it. If I put a section in here and it lined up perfectly, I'm going to start getting a split in the hair. And when I go to comb this out, this isn't going to look like one continuous fluid hairstyle. I'm going to be able to see each separate piece of roller. So we do this one, it's just simply a bricklaying technique. If you can think about bricks, they never get laid exactly on top of each other. You end up spacing them out so that the splits between the bricks, if you were laying bricks, would never be right on top of each other. So that's the same thing we're going to do with this. We're doing the bricklaying technique here. I can feel that my hair is getting a little bit dry, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a spritz all over. Combing the hair down nice and smooth right to the ends. Taking my roller, and again, the hair on this one, we want it to be rolling up. So my roller is sitting on top of the hair, and as long as this hair is wet enough, it will stick to that roller. As I'm rolling up, I'm still giving it a lot of tension, pulling down, and we're going to go up on top. Now that I'm here, same thing, I'm going to put in one pin at the center. I'm going to actually put my pin on this side because it's going to stay out of the way for the moment on this one. So there's my one indentation roller, and I'm going to continue that for this entire section.